Okay, so today what we'll do is we will walk across 3 points. One is we will quickly recap what we did last time on on understanding the South Indian chart, which is part 1, and then we'll go on to the final part 2 of the South Indian chart, which is basically understanding the aspects and how to grasp the aspects quickly, graphically. Okay, so with that we would have completed how to understand the or read a South Indian chart. Rather than read, it would be how to quickly grasp the details of that, and then we will immediately start off on Jamakul Prashna. Okay, today. So these are the 3 things. So just to recap what we did last time, if you remember, we had said that the first house starts over here. Okay, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth Rashi, sorry, not house, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Correct? So we had discussed last time that this goes in an anti-clockwise direction in something like this sort of a motion. Correct? You'll remember this. So this was how the Rashis move. These Rashis are permanent. Okay, so first Rashi will always be here, second will always be here. One more point which we understood is that the vertices or the edges are all multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, and 12. Okay. The purpose of this exercise was basically that when you see a chart, these things are not going to be there. Okay. But you should understand where which Rashi falls in. Correct? So this was the first thing. Then we sort of visually try to understand how to get the Rashi lords in place. If you remember, this was Jupiter, this was Mars, this was Mars, this was Jupiter, this was Venus, this was Venus, this was Mercury, this was Mercury, this is Moon, this is Sun, and this is Saturn, correct? So how to remember this? We had given a simple distinct visualize thing that this is, you look at this as Ganpati over here, these are his hands. You must have seen it in the video, right? The hands over there. This is the mother and this is the daughter. So Ganpati will be Jupiter, hands together, effort will be Mars, senior lady or the wife will be Venus, and the daughter will be Mercury. Correct? Same thing happens over here. And this was Moon, giving higher preference to mother, lower preference to father. So Moon and or first lady or giving more this thing to the lady. Okay, and Saturn in between. Clear? Okay, so this was what we had done last time. Now we go to the next step of the aspects. Till this point, all clear? Oh, let Rashmi has come. Rashmi, are you in? Okay, she's coming. Rashmi, can you hear us? Rashmi?
Hello, so I'm sorry for being late.
Okay,
I'm
no
just
problem.
listening. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've just told them the secrets of this thing. I will not be repeating.
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. It's okay.
Okay, so any difficulty so far? Sujata, Arvind, Chitra, you're aware of this? Okay.
All good.
Okay. So now, basically, this was how you need to train your eyes to spot the thing. Okay. Don't look at it as learning how to read a South Indian chart, because there is nothing like learning. It is how to spot the points, which is important. So whenever you see something over here, it should strike a bell that it is in the third Rashi. Please mark this. We are used to that houses all the time. So ye dhyan mein rakho. Whenever somebody says sixth Rashi, your eye should immediately go here. Okay, if somebody says 10th Rashi, it should always go here. That is the main purpose of this exercise. Now let us go to the second point, which is the aspects. Okay. Now what I mean by that is, when you see a planet over here, and let's say you see a planet over here, or a planet over there and a planet over here, or a planet over there and a planet over here, the main purpose is that we are trying to get the relationship between two planets or two houses, correct? So we should not be counting on our fingers or counting your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. You're wasting time over there, correct? And that will be very amateurish. So I'm going to show you a method where the aspects can be visually grasped. Okay, it's very easy to pick up, and you are going to need a little bit of practice, and you'll be able to catch the thing. Okay, so the aspects basically aspects, if we say, if you remember, the first aspect is the seventh aspect. If you remember, in the North Indian chart also we've done the diametrically opposite one or 180 degrees, correct? So here what I told you last time, I had introduced that last time only. If you look at a point in the center of the chart and always start from the center of that Rashi. So if you want to see a seventh aspect to this one, okay, connect this to the center and take it further on. This will be the seventh aspect, correct? So we'll take any random ones. Let us say 2, connect to the center and go straight on. This is the seventh aspect. Okay, you can correlate it to your North Indian chart also. Connect to this and go here, seventh aspect, correct? Connect to this and go on 410. Connect to this and go on 511. Connect to this and go on 612. Barabar? Got it, all of you? So seventh aspect, most important, because this is a little different from Lal Kitab. Okay, so there are just forget that Lal Kitab for the time being and just look at this, because this is going to be, there are a lot of data I'm going to be sharing on this. So when we see this and we see this, it is not that, if you remember in Lal Kitab, it was Pahle Ghar Ka Drishti to the Baad Mein Ka Ghar Ka Drishti, the first house to the latter house. Don't bother about it. This is basically connected. Look at it that way. If this is a friend sitting with a friend, the effect is one. The friend sitting with the enemy, the effect is different. Okay. So this is the seventh aspect. All of you got it? Next one is the Shadashtak or 6-8 or Takkar. If you remember that. Takkar bol sakte, Shadashtak bol sakte, या 6-8 bol sakte, या 8th aspect bol sakte. 8th aspect will obviously be the this thing. Now, in tandem with what we did just now, suppose there is a planet here. The 7th aspect connects here and goes here, right? This is the 7th aspect. And we also remember that we are going in the anti-clockwise direction. So visually what you need to train your eyes is, if the arrow goes here and it diverts to the left, this becomes the 6th aspect. If it goes to the center and divert to the right, this becomes the 8th aspect. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct? So whenever you have to see how you have to train your eyes is what we are doing right now. If there is a planet here and there is a planet here, your eyes should track this as a 7th aspect. But when you go here, the vision should go here. So it should tell you, since we are going in the clockwise direction, it comes before the 7th. So it will be the 6th aspect. Okay. These three are this trine is the 6, 7, 8. समझ में आ रहा है? Any one that you take, the one before it will be the 6th aspect, the one after that will be the 8th aspect. I'll give you another example. Let's say we are looking at this. इसका 7th aspect कौन सा है? Join, join. This is the 7th aspect. So if my eyes go this way and they go left, this becomes the 6th aspect. If my eyes go here and go to the right, this becomes the 8th aspect. 6, 7, 8. Samjha? We'll take 1 or 2 more examples because this is most important. You take this one. 6th aspect कौन सा रहेगा? Y, diametrically opposite, but to the left. Okay. If the 2 number is the planet, 8th aspect will be this one, because I can see this, and the 8th will be in the next one. Correct? You see this one, 8th aspect will be this one. Why? This is the 7th aspect. इसके आगे का. So this entire exercise is basically to train your eyes to see the ये क्या बोलते हैं aspect. Are you clear? Anyone has doubts over it? So 6, 7, 8 ये तीनों दृष्टियां अपने को समझने हैं. Got it, all of you? Okay. So this was the next this thing दृष्टि which was there. Then we have got the 1, 5, 9. If you remember, that is a trine. If you remember in the North Indian chart, I told you how to read that, the right angle, the equilateral triangle, which keeps rotating this thing. Okay. Now that is also important because though 159 doesn't come so much in use in Jamakol, but in South Indian, if you are doing Brigunandi Nadi and all that, 159 is the main thing for it. 159. Okay. That I'll talk to you about later on. अभी इसका कैसे ध्यान में रखने का जरा समझ लो. Let's take a very simple thing. This is slightly complex, but if you understand the gist of it, it will be very easy. Okay. So जरा ध्यान दो. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So every fifth aspect vector. So 159 is this trine. Correct? All of us agree. Now, how to catch this? Okay, how to catch this? Now, that is the most important thing. Okay. Now, if you remember last time I told you one technique which I just briefed you on that. Ki suppose there is a planet here, you have to look at an L. And that L has to be an equal L, not an unequal L. What I mean by that is, if I go this way, how many other houses I have to go? If I go all the way, this is going to be an unequal L, right? Okay. You have to look at a long L. If I do this, this becomes a short length of an L. So it's not going to be there. This obviously cannot be the fifth aspect. So the thing, what you need to observe is, if I'm here at 1, I need to go here. I need to go here. This gives me the fifth aspect. So this from here to here is 1, 2, 3. And from here to here it is 1, 2, 3. So totally it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chipra, maybe I don't know whether I told you earlier. What we are doing is we are training our eyes to catch the thing. Okay. It is not, I'm not teaching the South Indian chart per se, but it is basically how to catch it. So because once the, especially Jamakol, here we are used to 9 planets. In Jamakol planets, there are 17 planets. Plus there are 4 more characters. So 9 plus 8 plus 4, itne sab characters ko apne sath khel ke uska nikalna. So if you, you need to train your eyes to catch the, the connection. That is what we are doing. Huh? So basically coming back to this, 159 agar dekhna hai from anywhere, let us say here, if I go this way, it's the short L, correct? So I will not do that. I want to go the long way. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 2, if you remember 2, 6, 10 is a trine. If you want, you can quickly draw the North Indian chart and see it. You remember 2, 6, 10, 2, niche 6, 10. So it's like a right side triangle. Bro? Okay. So if I do this, now see what happens. Huh? It is right and wrong at the same time. What you will say 1, 2, 3 over here, 1, 2, 3 over here. And I told you last time, iska opposite is the 10th one, right? So what happens is this guy, and this guy are in trine. But we are talking about this guy. So where is he? He's out of the trine. Someone may ask, are you understanding what I'm saying? I don't think you have understood. See, when we said this, we said, how do we get a trine for, if there's a planet here, how do we understand the trine of this? So we go to the right, just turn over here, go here, and then from here you go diametrically opposite over here and catch this guy. So it becomes 1, 5, 9. Irrespective of the fact whether there are any planets here or not, that's the second question. But this is the trine, correct? Like if I make it in red, this is the trine of 159. You will understand what I'm saying? So what I'm coming to is, if there is a planet here and we want to check the trine of this, we will take the long route and the diametrically opposite one, and we get the 159. I will give you one more example. Take this one. If I go here, it is the short route. I don't want that. I go to the long route, take a turn, catch this, opposite side this. So 3, 7, 11. If you remember, 3, 7, 11. Triangle pointing downwards. That is how you catch it. Okay. Let's take another. Let's take 5. If I go here, it's the shorter route. I don't want that. I go to the longer route, take a turn, go here, take the one opposite, 159. If I take, let's say 4, If I go here, it's a shorter route. I don't want that. I go to the longer route, turn down, go here, catch it over here, 4, 8, 12. If you remember 4, 8, 12. समझ में है? Now, where the mistake can happen, I'll tell you. If there is a planet here and you want to get the trine to this planet, what you will say is that यहाँ से अरे ये तो मस्त है, ये यहाँ आ गया, ये यहाँ आ गया, इसका opposite ये आ गया, बराबर? This is correct. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is a 159 trine, correct? But problem क्या हुआ मम्मी? We are trying to catch the trine of this guy. This is the trine of this one, and this one. It is not the trine of this guy. Have you understood the mistake? किधर हो सकते हैं? So now the secret of how to catch this is these middle houses, which I am marking in this greenish blue color. That technique is that L wala thing, which is the long L and the hypotenuse. Okay, I'm keeping that on and I'm putting it in a different color to show. Now, when you go to the vertices, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just bear with me, I'll tell you. So if you remember 3, 7, 11 becomes a trine. If you remember 3, नीचे का 7, right का 11, triangle pointing downward, that is a trine. Now how to catch this? Let me just erase all this. इसका समझा, ये जो बीच वाले जो है, उसका I have explained to you from here, longer here. So this guy is the one which we are talking about. उसका trine ये हो गया. ये समझा ना, the बीच वाला. Now I am telling you how to catch the corners. When we are talking of a corner, we are saying there's a planet here. How do I get a trine to this planet? So you have to look at it like a khekada ka haath. If you can see my video, can you see my video? This thing, ये हाथ जो है ना, it is like a khekada. ऐसा पकड़ लो, khekada. When I started imagining it, I looked at khekada. So khekada is what? You go all the way over there and stop here. You go all the way and you stop here. ऐसा khekada. ये दिख रहा है? पूरा लंबा उंगली करके इधर जाके टर्न मार के पकड़ा, इधर जाके पकड़ा. ये उंगली टेढ़ा कर दिया मैंने. Now if you see, you'll get 3, 7, 11. So this planet is in trine with this planet and this planet. अभी समझ में है? Okay. Have you understood this, all of you? All getting it? Sipra, you're getting it? Huh. Okay. I'm just repeating it one line now. Corner का देखने का तो खेकड़ा बनो. Let's do it on another one. ये 3 अभी किया था. ये अगर है तो खेकड़ा कैसा बनाने का? यहाँ जाके यहाँ पकड़ने का, यहाँ जाके पकड़ने का. So planet is here. It is in trine with 159. You can see immediately over here. Okay. Take another one. Let's take 6. 6 में planet है तो उसका trine किधर है? यहाँ जाके खेकड़ा करो, यहाँ जाके खेकड़ा करो. 2, 6, 10. Remember the 2, 6, 10 right hand side pointing arrow. Okay. So the secret is copra or khekda. I don't know how to write in Hindi, but khekda, crab. Oh, sorry, let me write crab. Why am I doing this? Crab. And beach wala long L. Okay. I'm just. You have to give me 1 minute. Okay. So did you all understand this? The crab and the long L part. Okay. This is how you have to catch the trine. Okay. So we
Manish, what would it be for 9?
9.
Yeah.
9th. Ninth aspect, if there's a planet here.
No, if the planet is in the 9th Rashi.
It will be a crab.
It will be a crab, but what you can do is basically it will be here. No, this will be the khekda. This will be the 9th one, because since we are going anti-clockwise.
Okay.
This would be the 5th.
No. If 9th Rashi Madhya planets are, if there's a planet in the 9th Rashi,
Yeah.
then what would be the trine for that?
Khekda.
Okay.
Khekda.
So 1 and 5. Okay.
One and always like that. Wherever you see the kekra. See the kekra is for the vertices. These are the kekras.
Got it.
Okay. But frankly speaking, if I have to see a ninth aspect, when we do Jamakol, you'll understand what there is nothing like a ninth aspect. But from wherever a planet is placed, if you have to see the ninth house from there. Okay, suppose you're talking about a father, like once you do Jamakul, you understand, suppose, let us say the ninth house is connected and the sixth house is connected. So it is trying to tell you that the question which is coming your way is that fellow is going to ask you something related to ninth house, something related to sixth house. So ninth house could be father, sixth house could be either illness or his job or something of the sixth house, that way. So that time when you have to see, you need to catch the ninth house. But I don't see it this way. What I do is from 9, frankly speaking, what I do is I see 7, 8, 9. You can do that, or you can do the kekada thing also. Here the kekada will be difficult because this will be asana. It will be an ulta kekada. It will be reverse engineering. So if I have to see the trine, then I will use this kekada or the long end wala thing. If there is a planet, let's say here, and I want to see the ninth from here, then I'll see like this, if you understand what I'm saying. So 7, 8, 9. I always catch the seventh one as much as possible. And if you remember, I shared the technique in the Lal Kitab thing also. If I have to see the last 3, 12th, 11th, and 10th, I go ulta. This is obviously the 12th, this is obviously the 11th, this is obviously the 10th. So visually your eyes will go there. If you say 11th, I'll immediately jump ulta and come here. Okay, so up to 9, I will use 7 as the thing over here. Beyond more than 7, I will use this. Or beyond 9, I will use this. Okay, all clear? Chipra, Samja?
Yeah.
Rashmi, are you understanding? You are not on camera, so I cannot make out whether you're there or not. Okay. So this was the 159. So we understood the 7th aspect, we understood the 6th, 8th aspect, we understood the 159. Now only one thing is left, which is the simplest of them all, which is the 212. 212 aspect, frankly speaking, is required many times, especially in Brigunandinadi, you require that, because if any planet is there, na, uske pehle ka bhav is the history, uske aage ka bhav is the future, which will also happen in Jamakol. So you need to identify 212, but that is the simplest possible thing. Nothing can be simpler than that. So 212, wherever you are, the one before it is the 12th one. The aage wala is the second one, because this wala becomes first, no? The second. All clear so far? Okay, so we'll just recap over here at this point, and then we'll start up on the Jamakol thing. Okay, so far all good, all I've understood what we are talking about. So this entire exercise that we did across last term and this term, the sole purpose of this entire exercise is to be able to grab the planets and understand their interrelation. Plus, there is nothing more to it. So don't break your head trying to find out anything else. Ascendant और ये और वो सब मत लो. एक भाव और दूसरा भाव या एक planet और दूसरा planet या एक राशि या दूसरा राशि, उसका क्या connection है? If you can sort of read that, I can assure you. So let's say on a conservative thing, 50% of your issues are solved over. Okay, because the other 50% come, hello Uday, how are you? Please send my monthly check tomorrow. You are not in the increment also. त्याला ऐकून नाही गेलं होतं, तू कानाला लावून बसली म्हणून तू हसताना तो निघून गेला. Okay, so basically काय म्हणतो तुम्ही, you make me miss my thoughts on. Please don't intervene in between. Okay, so basically, once you understand how to read the houses, 50% of your task is done, like I said. The rest of the 50%, I would say 30% goes in understanding the Karak Tattva. Very, 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 very important. So as we go along, I'm going to be rebrushing the Karak Tattvas again and again. They're slightly different from what we have done in Lal Kitab. So we take it as it is. And then obviously the last 20% or 25% is the logic, which is now Bhagwan is done. So that is the end point. But of course, end ka 20% अगर नहीं आएगा तो पहले 80% is you're barking up the wrong tree. So that. Okay, so that is, let's take care of that. All clear so far? So now what you need to do is you'll see this video again. Okay, and you will keep revising this across the week. Okay, I'm stopping this video here. I'm starting the Jamakol video again. So I'm just stopping this here.